my good colleague from California, Jay Obernolte, for putting this press conference together. He is exactly right. It is time for Nancy Pelosi and House Democrats to actually prove it. What they need to actually tell the American people is that what this bill does is it creates more tax breaks for the very wealthy in blue states. They are creating a $23,000 tax break for every millionaire in blue states across America. That's simply outrageous. Now, I know you guys remember when we passed the Tax Cut and Jobs Act a few years ago, and the talking points for the Democrats then, and even still today, that they were tax cuts for the rich. Well, who's doing the tax cuts for the rich now? The tax cuts that they are doing are for the wealthy in blue states. Meanwhile, working class Americans, they'll probably see a tax break of about, I don't know, $15. That is sick. It's insane. But that's what's happening in the nation's capital today. A few days ago, we saw in Virginia, we saw in New Jersey, we saw in Minneapolis, we saw in school boards all across America, the American people have rejected the liberal policies of Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, and Nancy Pelosi, and they've also rejected those same ideas in local governments and state governments in blue states. But Nancy Pelosi doesn't care. She's going to try to ram through her agenda no matter what. So right now, they're in the process of actually putting in the worst elements of budget reconciliation back in this bill. They dropped a 500-page amendment to the bill yesterday, that members of Congress are still trying to sift through and figure out exactly what is happening. So we need a score. We need to follow the rules. It is time that Washington is responsible with the people's money. So to the Speaker of the House, we simply tell you to prove it, get a score, and make sure for once you don't give tax breaks for the wealthy in blue states because they don't need that money. And secondarily, we don't need to be spending our country into oblivion. We need to be unleashing our economy so all of America's people can thrive and prosper. Thank you so much, Jay, for putting this together.